Welcome to Alive and Thriving. My name is Jessica. I am your host. I am so grateful to have you here today. We are going to be talking today about 3 signs that you are actually becoming an energetic match for your dream clients, for your next level of income, for your next level of business, for your next level, right? We've been focusing a lot lately on things that have been going on inside of us that are blocking us and how we can move through those things and how we can recognize those things, like last week's episode on self-sabotage. We've been looking a lot at that. And today I want to flip it and I want to focus on actually having you recognize, wait a minute, I think I actually am coming into my next level. Because when we are in the thick of everything and we're showing up day to day and we're doing all the things, we miss it. I know I did. And I know so many of my clients miss it because sometimes we need somebody to point it out for us externally. So that is what I'm hoping to do for you today. I want you to recognize that you are already leveling up. And maybe you're not quite there. Maybe you're not seeing these, I'm going to call them ascension symptoms yet. But at least now you're going to know, you're going to be able to recognize, because the thing with these symptoms that we're going to talk about today is that you have the ability, like with everything, to place a meaning. And if you place a meaning on these symptoms that are negative, and we'll go into why that could possibly happen shortly when we talk about them, then that is what you are going to see these things as, and you are not going to see them as growth. And you are not going to see them as you creating the energetic space and having the energetic capacity to be able to hold what you have told the universe, God, like your higher power, what you have declared to your mentors, to your coaching groups, to your diary, what you have declared that you want to achieve and that you are ready for. You need to know when you are actually getting closer to that. So let's start looking at some ascension symptoms. And if you are on the edge of your next expansion and you know that you want a deeply supported group to grow in, to be nurtured in, to grow alongside like-minded women in, to put energy management and your personal evolution and strengths-led strategy, no cookie cutter strategy, but strengths-led strategy, as well as personalized support, then you might want to consider applying for the Transcendence Mastermind. If you want to put those pillars at the forefront of your business journey, then I am currently taking applications for the mastermind and I would love to have a chat to you. We can just have a phone conversation or a DM conversation about whether or not this container is the right container for you. I am going to link an application form in case you want to go and have a look at it. Basically, have a look at the application. It is really important that you are a good energetic match for this container, but also equally so that this container is a good energetic match for you. You get myself, you get Annalise Warren, who is a business strategist. She's in there to support you as well. And you also get Tegan Parkinson, who is a human design expert too. So you get all this and each other, because it's a mastermind. So you get all this amazing support. Now in the mastermind, we are nurturing soul-led business owners. We are looking for women who are coaches, healers, service-based business, people who work with people who are looking to grow and expand and scale their business, maybe from brand new to 10K months, maybe or 5K months, or whatever your goal is. Maybe you're looking to go from 10K months to 30K months. Wherever you are at, that is the beauty about the mastermind, is we get to meet you where you are at. So I'm so excited to feel and see and get to know who is coming into this space. We have a absolutely beautiful cohort and I can't wait for you to come and meet everybody and join us. So if this sounds like something that you know that you are ready for, then you can either hit that apply button or you can book a call to have a chat with me and we can see if it's the right fit.
You're listening to Alive and Thriving with Jessica Reed, the podcast that's all about empowering you to achieve optimal wellness and success through self-care, holistic practices, and raw conversations. Jessica and her expert guests are here to share powerful insights and strategies to help you overcome stress and anxiety, take charge of your life, and thrive in life and in business. Grab a cuppa and let's dive in.
Okay, let's get chatting about our 3 ascension symptom signs. So these are signs that you are already becoming a match for your next level. Okay, so I want you to take note and start to look around your life where maybe you have these things happening, but you've actually been giving them other meaning. Because that is something, as I mentioned in the introduction, that we can do so easily because of the automatic thinking patterns that we have, but also because of the conditioning that we come with as well. And you're going to understand what I mean by that in a moment. So the very first sign that you are becoming an energetic match for your dream clients and your next level in business, your very first ascension growth symptom is going to be that you are no longer feeling mentally stimulated in the environments that you are in. Now, I want you to think about the free Facebook groups that you've joined. I want you to think about the coaching packages that you've been in or the groups that you've been a part of. Maybe you've even been in cohorts with other women who are not growing at the rate that you are growing. And what you're finding is the conversation around business, around goals, around dreams, around what is possible, around general mindset. Maybe you're finding that conversation, maybe you're still in your full-time job or part-time job and running your business, and you are noticing that these conversations at your job, they are not mentally stimulating you. And that is a sign that you are growing. That is not a sign that there is something wrong with you. That is not a sign that you are feeling that you are not yourself and you should actually go into this deep rabbit hole of what's wrong with me. Am I feeling depressed? What is going on? What if you actually look at this and be like, okay, these conversations are not mentally stimulating me because this environment no longer stimulates me, because I have actually outgrown this environment. I've outgrown this free Facebook group. I have outgrown this mentor. I've outgrown this course. I have outgrown this job, this role, these people. Look at your environment and the people that you have surrounded yourself with and the conversations that you are putting yourself in. And if they are not mentally stimulating you, then you are very likely in ascension. And you can see how easy it can be for us to go into that default pattern of, oh, I don't feel mentally stimulated. There's something wrong. We're always looking for something wrong. But what if it is actually something so good? The fact that you have actually done so much internal work, you have grown to your next level, you're ready to hold your next level, that this environment that you have been surrounding yourself in no longer serves you. I have left Facebook groups because the conversation in there, I could not stand the victim and blaming mentality anymore. Maybe 3 or 4 years ago, I felt like I fit in. I have left programs because they did not reach the level of energy that I needed. I have purposely not gone to business networking events knowing some of the crowd who would be there, knowing that the conversations are not supportive of my goals and my dreams. And I don't want to be around people who speak as if things are limited. And I don't want to be around people who are focusing on things that can't happen, or the struggles. And yes, the struggles, I get it, they're real. In the mastermind, we support you personally as well as professionally. It's one of the really unique things about this container. And so it is a vulnerable space to be able to be like, hey, I am struggling. But we're not staying in victim mentality when we're struggling, and that struggle doesn't become our whole life. because we're coming in and we're asking for help and we're moving through it. So I'm not saying that we don't struggle, because we're all human. I have an emotional authority. One day I'm over the moon. The next day I'm like, ugh, I could cry at any moment. But my point is, and I'm sure that you will notice it if you are in it, when you are around these people and these groups where the energy meets an older version of you, and the conversations, and maybe they're not willing to put as much into their growth as you are. Maybe they just haven't got there yet. Maybe it's more of a beginner's group and you are out here now, or whatever it is. You will know. You will know because you will not feel mentally stimulated. And again, this is not a reflection on you, which brings me to point 2, which is all about changes in our relationships. Now, you will find as you grow, and this is a natural part of your growth, it is a natural part of healing, you will find that a really natural ascension symptom is that we outgrow friendships and we outgrow relationships. And that can feel really scary because none of us really like change. I know people who say, I love change. Maybe you do. Maybe you do. But there is a resistance. Your body, most people's bodies have a resistance to change, particularly when it comes to letting go of people who we love and care about. Now, sometimes that might even happen without you realizing. Things just drift off. They dwindle. That is life. People come in and they serve a beautiful purpose in your life. We're not always meant to hold on to everybody forever. So when there are changes within you and you are growing, and then the conversations within your friendships are not the same as we were saying in the first point, maybe you're not mentally stimulated, but maybe there's just a real energetic mismatch. And that can be really tough, particularly in romantic relationships. If you are growing and the other person is not at that point in their life where they are willing to grow, maybe not at the same rate as you, but also just some people just aren't there. They just don't want to. That can be really tough because there is going to be a really big energetic mismatch, and it will cause emotions that do not feel good. And it will cause anxiety and it will cause stress. And again, we go to that default thinking, what's wrong? Or maybe we go into blame, or you think or you say, or but the fact is that we've grown, and so we should. It's perfectly okay if you are outgrowing relationships and friendships. It is okay. And then the third thing, which you may be getting a little bit of a theme of, okay? So we're leaving old mentors and we're leaving old Facebook groups and we're outgrowing friendships. The third ascension symptom is all around clearing space. So maybe we're clearing space for the purpose of the people that we actually spend our time with. Maybe you have noticed a huge dip in your following. So your energy has completely changed. You are at your next level, on your way to your next level. You are clearer on your messaging. You're clearer on who you are, showing up with more authority. You are in this whole different energy. And then all of a sudden, you lose a heap of followers on Instagram. Now you can assign meaning to that says, oh no, I've done something wrong. I should go back to the old thing that I was doing and I should go back to this. But the thing is that what you're actually doing when you do that, and it's the same when we refuse to allow ourselves to leave these environments that are not supporting our growth, is we are clinging desperately into what we know. And then we're assigning a meaning that serves the stories in our head. Okay, you've lost a heap of followers on Instagram. You are clearing space. how often I see somebody have their big energetic shift and then the clients that they were working with, they just finish up. They finish up because there is an energetic imbalance. And that could have a meaning of, oh my God, what am I going to do for my income? I suddenly have no clients. But without that space, you don't have the space for the people who are going to be matching your next level. And so we actually need to be okay with allowing the space to clear, because that's what we're doing. We're clearing space. And again, it is all about the meaning that you attach to that. So how do you feel about these ascension symptoms? Do you notice? Do you have any? Have you been experiencing any? Are you starting to feel some of these in your environments, in business, at home? Are you starting to notice that there is space clearing for you? I want to say that again. It is clearing for you. This is not happening to you to be punished. You are not doing anything wrong. Your growth is inevitable if you are choosing for it to be. And so showing up in this new energy, you are clearing space for your next level of client, your next level of income, and the next level of impact that you get to make. So I want you to come over to me on Instagram, say hello, and tell me if you have been experiencing any of these ascension symptoms and how you're navigating them. Because some of them are challenging. I get it. I've been in all of those places. And some of them are challenging and some of them can be hurtful. So pop in, tell me what ascension symptoms you have and how you're navigating them. And thank you so much for being here today. Nice short one for you today. I hope that you have the most amazing day and I look forward to seeing you all next week.
Wow, what a journey it's been today. We are so grateful for each and every one of you who tuned in to Alive and Thriving. If you enjoyed this episode and want to help us keep growing, please consider subscribing and leaving a review on your favorite platform. It's a simple but powerful way to support a small business like ours to continue to make an impact.